Hello guys, okay. This is going to be a tutorial on how to do a teapot, teacup, and saucer from polymer clay. I forget who requested this, but their name will be in the beginning of the video. This is going to be a really difficult tutorial, and I might have to make it 2 videos, so you really need to pay attention. And there's a lot of little pieces to assemble. So let's get started before I run out of time. Oh, and before I start, you're going to need a color for the base of your teapot, teacup, and saucer. Mine's going to be pink, and then my decorations are going to be yellow. I'm doing a very simple decoration. You're going to need a blade, and you're going to need something that has kind of a rounded flat bottom like that, and I'm just going to use this little pen. Alright, now we can get started. Alright, so let's get started on the teapot first. You're going to need a fairly good sized ball of clay. And you're going to roll it into a circle. Okay? First thing you're going to do is kind of squish it down so that the bottom is flat. Like that. And you're going to do the exact same thing for the top. This is going to be the base of your teapot. Okay, so you got that. You're like rocking that shape right there. Okay, so the first thing, the next piece for the teapot, you're going to break a bit off. Maybe a little bit more than that. And about like that much. And you're just gonna, well, let me roll it into a better ball. You know what? We're gonna roll into a little ball, and then you're gonna like kind of press it down like that. Okay. So you got like a little flat circle, oval shape, more like an oval really. And you're just gonna place it directly on top of your teapot. Next thing, take an itty bitty 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 ball, that big, no bigger than that, and stick it right in the center. So there's your lid. That's the lid of your teapot. Next step is very difficult, so please watch carefully. You're going to need about that much clay. You're gonna roll it into a ball, and this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna kind of roll one side like that, so that it makes this kind of shape. Alright, this is gonna be your spout. Then you're gonna take it and you're gonna kind of pull it in like that. That's like an elephant's nose. Alright? Now, this part needs to be flat right here, this little ball in the end. So you're just going to squish it down on your tile. Or on whatever surface that you're using. It needs to be flat though, so that it will go on smoothly. So let me reshape that. So then you have a shape like this. Now watch how I'm going to attach this. You're going to attach it on whatever side, and actually this is probably going to be too thick right here, so what you can do is take your blade and just chop off some of that ball, and that will give it a good nice flat edge to attach. So, and if you were doing this with like regular clay, you'd have to use like slip, which is a mixture of water and clay, but since we're using polymer clay, this is really, really good because it just sticks together, it adheres. So then you have your little spout. Now you're going to take whatever little piece of clay you have hanging around, like a little tiny little bit, and you're just going to roll it into a snake. Okay? Kind of thin. Not too thin though. Alright. You're just going to cut it down to size about that much. That might even be too big. We'll find out sooner or later. And this is very difficult, so watch. You're going to attach it up here, up by the lid. You're going to let it bellow out a little bit. Well, hold on, mine's not sticking. Let me attach it. Attach it and press at the lid so it's attached. And you're going to let it bellow out a little bit like that. Loop it and then stick it to the side. You can choose to leave this little part on and curl it under to leave a cute little effect like that, or you can cut it off. I'm going to leave it on because I like that. Alright. So there you have your little teapot and the handle. I'm going to do a very, very simple decoration. I'm just going to take some yellow pieces, roll them into balls, and stick them on and press. Stick them on and press. These can be different shapes, I mean, not different shapes, different sizes so that they kind of look whimsical. So that some of the spots are bigger than others. But you get my drift. You can put them all over. Next we're going to do the saucer. Okay, so you're going to take a little bit of clay, about that big. You're going to roll it into a ball, and you're going to press down. Okay? And you want this to be fairly thin, not paper thin, but fairly. Okay? So now you have that. Take your rounded tool or whatever you have and press a little hole in the middle. And kind of swirl it around to make the hole bigger. And I'll tell you what this is supposed to be. When you have a saucer, you always have a little hole in the middle so where you can put your teacup and it will sit nicely without falling off the saucer. Alright, so now for your teacup, you're going to want to take another piece. About that much. This is going to be fairly easy. Just going to take your ball, flatten it a bit like you did for the teapot. Take your tool, and you're just going to squish it. Don't go all the way through because you saw what happened with the saucer. Now, just start pinching and rolling. So you want to make it a kind of a cup shape. You don't absolutely have to put a hole in your teacup. I do because it looks like a teacup. But I'm just gonna take my pointy side actually, and I'm just gonna make this hole a little bit bigger. I don't want to use my blunt end again because the bottom is very thin. Alright. So now you have this little cup, the hole in it. Alright. This is going to be just like, exactly like the handle on the teapot. We're just going to take a little bitty piece and you're going to roll it into a tiny snake. Not too thin to where it becomes absolutely unable to be worked with, but, you know, thin. Since this is a very small teacup, you're only going to use about that much. Okay? You're going to do the same thing. You're going to attach it towards the top. And you're going to press in. You don't want it to come off. You're going to let it bellow out a little bit. And then you're going to attach it. I'm going to opt to cut mine off this time, just to show you what that kind of looks like. Okay. There's the little handle on the teacup. I'm going to add one little yellow circle in the front. Okay. Now you can put your teacup in it. And here you have your teacup and your teapot and your saucer. I hope this was helpful, and I hope it wasn't too complicated. I'm sorry if I have to make this into 2 videos, but anyway, that's what it looks like. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.